San Bernardino is a small county near Los Angeles, relatively quiet and safe, but it's there that a series of nightmarish murders begins, clearly marked by a ritualistic motive. Detectives Joe Kirby and Alexis Taylor don't immediately realize they're dealing with a serial killer. Both the choice of victims and the methods of murder seem so random and illogical. The hunt for the killer, who calls himself Mr. Shiny, ultimately stretches on for 2 decades, and its resolution turns out to be unexpected and shocking. When Grave Encounters, about a group of paranormal investigators in an abandoned mental hospital, was released in 2011, few people saw it as a major event. By then, audiences were thoroughly oversaturated with found footage horror films, and while genre fans appreciated both the twisted plot and the filmmaker's handling of the form, the movie failed to revive the dying trend. The sequel, released a year later, didn't manage it either. Solid, but still inferior to the original. Why does this matter? Because Grave Encounters was made by Colin Minihan and Stuart Ortiz, who hid behind the pseudonym the Vicious Brothers in the credits. In the mid-2000s, Minihan and Ortiz collaborated on 2 more films: the sci-fi thriller Extraterrestrial and the apocalyptic zombie horror It Stains the Sands Red, before going their separate ways. Strange Harvest is Ortiz's first true solo project, which he both wrote and directed, and it's a powerful statement of intent, a bid for master status within the genre. Formally, Strange Harvest is often lumped into the same old found footage category, and it even won an award at the FilmQuest Festival for Best Film in that style. But that's not quite accurate. In reality, Strange Harvest is an attempt to push cinema in a new direction. It's fake true crime, a meticulous, convincing imitation of a documentary about a series of murders, built from interviews with investigators, witnesses, and the victims' loved ones. One by one, people affected by these deaths appear before the camera of an unseen film crew, gradually adding new pieces to the puzzle and drawing us deeper into the horror they endured. That may not sound especially exciting, but this is where Stuart Ortiz's talent comes into play. He structures the story so compellingly that it's almost impossible to look away. True crime has become hugely popular in recent years, but real true crime often forces viewers to fill in the gaps themselves. Ortiz fully understands how lucky he is. He can not only tell the story, but show it. Body cam footage, supposedly classified police recordings from crime scenes, witness testimonies, raw emotion, and dramatic intensity. He has everything he needs to build a gripping thriller, and he uses that opportunity to its fullest. In the end, he arrives at a touching conclusion. Memory allows the dead to live forever, which is why true crime should focus not on the killers, but on the victims. But the secret of Strange Harvest lies not only in how smoothly the story is told, or the emotions it carries, but also in the fact that the story itself is far less mundane than typical true crime. Who the killer is, what drives him, why his murders are so varied and so brutal, all of this comes together into a picture that is both intriguing and deeply unsettling. Ortiz doesn't offer a definitive explanation of what it all means, but he reveals just enough to create an effective horror tale, one where everything seems to be in plain sight, yet there are still plenty of blank spaces to ponder after the credits roll. Incidentally, this elegant balance between clarity and ambiguity was one of the strengths of Grave Encounters, and it's gratifying to see that it wasn't a fluke, but part of an authorial voice, confident and recognizable. New stories from him can't come soon enough,